This conference will now be recorded.
Just give me a second. Able to see my screen?
Oh, wait.
Which
Yeah.
question is this, Urvi, from here?
First question.
This one?
Yeah, this one.
This is already there, this question. Answer is there already.
How?
Means we didn't write anything. Wait, it's giving the data, right? Okay.
But why
What?
it's
I'm
not
not
showing
able
to
to.
me? It's not showing. But if we go to submit,
Did you sign in to this environment
me?
with your ID? You just need to create a
Yes.
free account. Okay.
Yeah, I sign in. Yeah.
You did sign in,
Yes.
and I'm running also the same query, right? On your screen itself. And this query,
Um,
we no need to write, I think. This question is already somebody written, right?
okay. No.
Okay, you later you check it out, what the problem on your screen.
Hmm.
Uh, okay,
Okay.
what the question was, just share your screen, guys. Who's Rajni, you are having problem, right?
Yes, Samir.
Let, let me make you presenter. Just go ahead and share your screen.
Okay. This is what it's showing, Samir, for me.
Wait, wait, wait. Hold on. What you done here? This is product. How you created?
Yeah, it's showing the red. Can you see my screen?
I'm able to see. I'm saying asking how you created this product table.
Whatever you said in the first class of Power BI, I'm doing same to same, but it gave me this one when I
My question
when
again
I'm
to you.
choosing the columns. Yeah,
Again, I'm same question. How you created the product table?
how I created. But
Hmm.
after referencing the sales table, we have to choose the columns and we have to do that, right?
I did. Did I reference? Did you see the video properly? I just showed
Oh,
you that what is the difference between reference and duplicate.
yes, you said.
But I
Okay.
did. But I did all the duplicates, right? I didn't. This is a
Oh,
reference table.
oh, okay, okay. Sorry, I only did the wrong thing. Okay.
And all the
So,
naming convention also wrong. Sales is S is not capital, regions is not good. Customer
oh,
also C is small. You should maintain properly everything.
okay, Samir, sorry for that. How can I go back and,
Just delete this table first of all. It's not required. This product table at all.
okay, where can I do that?
Right click and delete.
Lotus.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Go to sales table once for me.
Mm-hmm.
So what are the tables you have here? Uh,
Sales
you already
already,
remove.
yeah, I already
Can you
removed it.
scroll? Now can you scroll right to me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, discount is the last
Okay,
one.
first of all, remove the other column that steps. Remove it from the sales first,
Okay.
so that you will get all the columns,
Okay.
product and all. What are the columns you removed from the sales?
Customer, business type, city name.
So basically, select all first. Okay, first of all, cancel it. Remove the steps from the applied steps. the steps
Okay.
which you applied. Can you remove from the applied
Mm-hmm.
steps?
Mm-hmm.
Where is your applied steps?
Yeah,
On the right, on the right hand side. Cancel, please.
okay.
On the right hand side, there is a applied step is there, right? Are you able to
Yes.
see that?
Yes. 1 second. Somewhere applied steps on the right. Yes.
Please cancel this and that just delete that.
Okay. Do you want me to delete everything now?
No, no, that step only. Simple that step. Remove other columns.
Okay.
That step is there, right? Just delete.
Okay.
Okay, now you are getting everything here, right? So from here, go to the customer table once. Can you go to the customer table once?
Yeah, I did it.
No, your screen is lagging. I'm not able to see.
Oh, okay. I'm on the
So
customer table,
here it
right?
is. This is okay. From the sales table, just right click and duplicate one more time and create a product.
Okay, sir. Mm, did I?
Did you duplicate?
No, not yet. I forgot how to do that one again. So,
Right click on the sales and duplicate. There is a duplicate option will come.
yeah. So now
Yeah, the
I
same.
have to, okay, now I have to do this as a product and I have to change everything. Okay.
Correct. And finally, we need to do the changes on the sales also.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure, Sam. Thank you.
Hope you're able to see my screen, guys.
Hmm.
This much is nobody had completed it, right? What I'm seeing, Rajni's screen is very new in the sense only 5% is not 5%, rather 2%. Whatever I have done, correct? Anybody else done it till this or nobody had started yet?
Yes, I have completed till this
It's
point.
completed, sir.
Till this point?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Uh,
Okay.
are you still seeing my screen? Oh, okay.
Okay. So now, so whatever till the point which you discussed, so we just created a what do you call it, the static query, and we took a list of dates, right? Why we took that list of dates? This query
To get the dates.
to create the date tables. Okay. So from here, we have given the data and we created the dates. Now the question was here is that it is just now a static table in the sense it is starting at somewhere around January 1st, 2013, and it is going on till 31st December 2013. Right? That's okay. But the problem is, suppose tomorrow in my sales table, right now in the sales table, I have only 2013 data is there. What else? Suppose tomorrow 2014 data got loaded or any other year data got loaded, right? So this date table will not make any sense to you, right? Because it is purely a static 1 year of data, correct, right? So how to make this table based on the sales table, or in other words, how to create your date table bit dynamic in such a way that we will do it. Okay, make sense now?
Hmm.
Okay. So first of all, this date is, if you go, so any table, right? Whatever you are doing the transformation on the Power Query, and if you click on any table, okay, and you can right click on this table. You will get an option called Advanced Editor. Okay, this option is there on the right click, or you can click on the home button. There is an Advanced Editor option also there by selecting the table. Okay, whichever you column you selected, if you click on the Advanced Editor, there will be underline code will be there, which we didn't write, but we did some transformation on the Power Query. So automatically this code got written and underline that. This code in the Power Query is called, this language is called the M language. Okay, so let me put that. So what language this is? The Power Query understand the underlying language for Power Query is M. Just like any other language, okay? Just like if you say Python, Java, whatever, maybe simple like this language is called the M. Okay. So M is called MASAP language. Okay. And this language is case sensitive, very case sensitive. Case sensitive, you understand, right?
Yes.
What do you mean by case sensitive?
Uppercase and lowercase
That's
or different.
different.
Matters, yeah. The proper case and lower case, it matters there. So whichever is uppercase, you need to write in uppercase. Whichever lowercase, you need to write follow the same rule. So it is case sensitive. And uh, now question would be here is that do you want to learn this? Not required, because once in a while only, and once you get in the Power BI and slowly progressing in the development, after working on 2 3 years at least on the Power Query, then if you work, if you more interested on the M language, then you can learn that. But right now, the things are very minimal here because most of the things 90% job will be done through the clicks only. So if you click on this everything, the underlying queries will be there. But if you know the codes, what exactly behind the scene happening, that will enhance you something. But I would suggest you that when you are doing something on the Power Query, right? Suppose you are let's take you are inserted a D in this table. So in the formula bar, there is a formula is going on. So there is a table dot add column. So try to observe slowly that if I inserting something or if I clicking on something, what is the underlying function it is happening. So somewhere note it down. Then you slowly can like understand bit on the this what exactly it is happening, and you can do some customization if you require. And that customization is again it is like once in a while in your career you will get it. So it's not like day to day you need to do some customization and have to write the M language codes and all. That is not the case. So on the first level of learning, you can avoid this part. Okay? But slowly take a note whenever you are doing something. Again, even I will give you some exercise on the Power Query itself. Maybe today I will give that exercise to you. Okay? Today or tomorrow. So that you need to do on the Power Query itself. So that time you can do through the clicks, but just clear like slowly observe that like what are the functions it is using, how it is using, what is the syntax. Then slowly, if you want to learn more on that, you are happy to do that. Okay. So now the thing why I discuss all these things, because to make this date table dynamic, no, we need to write some code at least. Okay, because without that code, it is impossible to make this table dynamic. So what I'll do, I'll just go to the date table and click on the advanced table. So these are the code I didn't written. Right? So on a very like simpler way, if I explain the M code, right? So the M code always start with the let keyword, let, small, and end with the n. Inside the let, all the steps will be there. So these are the steps. If you see, steps equals to what are the function it will getting executed. And these steps are coming here. If you see, inserted day name, right? This is the step name. This is the step name. Inserted day. So this is the steps. and underline, this is the function is getting executed. Right? So like that, all the things are there. And source is this one, other source. And finally, in. In is something like whatever you written the code, and after that, what you want to return. And return is always the last step of the code. So last step is this one, right? Insert a day name. So that we are giving. So it is giving me every data, whatever the one by step, and each step will be followed by a comma. And the last, there will be no comma. So this is the way it executes this. Okay. Now this is the M code. Now here the problem here is if you see the source, right? It is taking the query one. Query one is nothing but we created a list dot
Yes.
dates, right? That is my query one. And this is just hard coding here, if you see. It is taking 1/1/2013. It is going 365 days. Right?
Mhm.
And it is, and finally it is a duration. This is duration is something like this is the step size. We given if you give the list dot dates, what are the three parameters we are giving? First you are giving your first date, then we are giving 365 this one, and finally we are giving the step size, right? One. When it will increment by one. Correct, na? Yes
Mm.
or no?
Yes.
So
Yes, sir.
this part is this. The step size is one. So what is this after 00? So this first is 1 day, 0 hour, 0 minute, and 0 second. So we are not considering hour, minute, and second. Only we are considering the day part. So now somehow this part, so this part at least, this part, I need to make it as a dynamic. Even the 365 days also I need to make it as a dynamic. Okay, makes sense here. So we need to see how to make this as a dynamic here. Slowly we will create it. So what we will do, just before the source, we write just enter. So just before to the source, I want to write one steps here. The first line of code I want to get is that I want to get what is my minimum date on my sales table as per the current. That I want to calculate here. Minimum date on the sale. I'm going very slow because it will take some time to digest also. So I'm going slow. Just if any place if you're not able to understand, just let me know. I will explain one more time. Okay. The first steps which I'm planning to do before do the source, that is I want to calculate the minimum date on the sales table. Okay. So I will write the steps name first. So steps name would be like this. Any steps you can give the name. This is the just like your variable x, y, z, anything. This is not compulsory that minimum date only you need to write or something like that. So I'm just giving minimum date sales equals. Then there is a function we have in the M language that is called list dot minimum min list dot min exactly, which will give you the minimum date from whichever column you will put it there. Okay, so I will say list list. It should be capital L then ist. Okay, this is the syntax. That's why I told it is case sensitive. Then I will say min. Min also it will be min. If you done some mistake, it will not work out. Now he is saying that from which table I will take or which column I will take my minimum date sales here. So I have two choices here. In the sales table, I have my order date. Then I think I have my due date also. Then I have my ship date also, correct? In the sales table. How many dates are there? Three dates, correct?
Mhm.
Are you see? Just see your model and tell me how many tables are, how many columns are there in the day, in the sales table.
Due
Dates
date,
we have
order date, ship date.
At the ship date. So which column you should take if I ask you if I want to calculate the minimum date on the sales table, which column you will refer here? Order, due, or ship? Just a question. Just think on a SQL perspective also. You can take the table, and if you want to calculate the minimum date on the sales table, So you want to just think like that. I want to get the overall minimum date on the sales table. So which column I should take it?
Order date.
Okay, order date. Why?
Minimum
If I
date
take order date.
means like first date we order, like the
So
starting date.
uh, right. So if I don't give a order, then there will be no due, there will be no ship, right? It will be the first order date when I did my order on the first. So I should consider the sales order date only, right? Everybody clear on this? Any questions? No, right? Okay, good. Now you need to write inside this sales. Sales, how your sales will be there? There you need to write this. This is the table name. Sales is if you are if you are putting S as a small, put like that. Otherwise, you put it sales table is S capital, then you need to put sales like that only. Then square bracket, okay. Then inside that you need to put order date, and that also needs to be proper. Whatever the column name you are there, if there is a space, O is capital, D is capital, you need to do like that only. Then finally, after this, I need to put a comma because the steps should be differentiated by the comma only. Okay. Let's see this part is executing or not. Let's see. So now, sorry. So right now, if you see on the date table, no, the starting is at source. But before to the source, I added one steps here, which is nothing but the minimum date sales. Now the date will start from that only, that steps only. Let's see. Click on the done here. Now if you see before to the source, this is my steps, right, which I written now. Now if you click on this table, this steps, right, see the problem happened, right? What happened? Is saying that the column order date of the table was not found. Why? Let's go to the sales table and see. Got it? Problem. Order, there is no space on this table.
No.
Order date, continuous it is there. Okay.
Mm.
So let's go to the date table and fix it. Advanced editor. So it is saying that there should be no space. This is the table name. Okay. Now, done. Now click on the minimum date here. Now we are getting, right now the first order happened on the sales table is at 28th January 2030. Alright. Make sense this is? Any questions up to here? You're good?
Yes.
Yes.
Hmm. Okay. Now the same way, I click on this and click on the advanced editor. Now after the minimum date sales, no, after put a comma here, after the comma, I want to calculate the same way. I want to calculate the maximum date on the sales table. Okay. Now I will say max date sales. As you know something, right? After writing the first line, what could be the function would be?
Max of
Max
list
of
the max of
Correct.
list
Correct.
dot max of
List dot
max of
max.
max of
Max of
sales or
now the question would be max of what? Order date, ship date or due date?
order
order date.
order date.
Sure. Just think. So
Max.
suppose let's take I have a order on 31st. This is my order date, okay? Writing the order date. So one order I done it on, let's take 29th of December
Ship date.
2022. Okay, I have done one order on 29th December 2022, and for that my due date is there. Due date be after that only, right? Since when you place the order after 3 4 days or 2 days at least, right? So let's take the due date for this order is 3 to 4 days. So somewhere around it will come around.
First of
Let's
Jan.
take the third of first or 3rd of January. Let's say 3rd of January 2023. Now, when you are considering your maximum date, now which one you will consider? Order date or due date?
Due
Due
date.
date.
period, right? Make sense now? Which one will take it?
Mm,
Either
yeah.
due date or ship date, whichever is there on the sales, based on that. Okay.
Oh,
So
oh,
you gonna take the order date. This is one of the scenario. All right. So can you just check me the sales table? What is the column I have? Order date of sale or the ship date? Can you please check for me?
mm,
Date.
it's a due date. No space between.
Do D capital U,
Yeah,
Yes,
uppercase both.
both
U,
D.
D.
both capital. Okay. Okay. Now I have given the list dot max. Now let's see slow by slow, one by step will do. Now this is my minimum date. Okay. And this is my maximum sales here. 11th December 2013. Okay. This is the way. Now let's go and create properties. Sorry, advanced editor. Now
Now,
we
so,
want to calculate. Go ahead. Go ahead.
so
Any
the
question?
maximum of orders has been came in 11th of December, right? You're saying now?
Then this current model right now whatever there, because we
Oh,
have 2013 data only, right?
okay.
But since we are referring to this table, this column, right? So
Mm,
any changes to this, and it's suppose in future, this table got updated with 2014-15. Then your
mm,
date table also will automatically update it based on that, right? Don't
okay.
you think so? Yeah,
Oh,
correct, right?
Okay, yeah. Mm.
No, this is clear for everybody, right? What I'm trying to do here.
So
It's
in below when we are giving source query one, it's like particular to this date. But
Correct.
now it's flexible, like whatever is order date.
Where correct. Finally, we'll change this step only. We'll
Oh,
change the steps completely. So that I'm coming to that. So before to that, I'm just prepping for that only. That I will change this part. I will not do the like this. I will not hard coded any value. So it will be dynamic. So that's what I'm doing it. Slow.
hmm.
okay.
Okay.
So so we got two things. We got the minimum date of the sales table and we got the maximum date on the sales table. Now we need to calculate another two parameters, which is my minimum year and which is my maximum year from the minimum date of the sales and maximum date of the sales. Okay. So I will say min year. Here I need to use a function called date year. Okay. And this minimum year will be coming from my minimum date sales, this variable. Whatever the minimum date sales I have, from there I want to take the minimum year. Okay. And
Yeah.
same, I will, one shot I'm writing, maximum year, I will say date dot year from the maximum date sales. So right now, the both the minimum year and maximum year sales will be 2013 because the data we don't have any other data here. But this will work when any update happen to the sales. Let's see. Okay. Now these two parameter I created. Now this is my minimum date. Okay. This is my maximum date. This is my minimum year is 2013, and even in this case the maximum year also will be 2013
Hmm.
because there is no other data right now. But this will change when your maximum date will change. Based
Hmm.
on that, maximum year will be changed, right? Because we are extracting from this only. Suppose this, let's say it got changed to 11/12/2018. Then from here only we are extracting the maximum year, right? So the
yeah.
maximum year will be 2018 automatically, right? Clear?
Yes.
Okay.
As of
11.
now, no doubt. As of
No.
now, any doubt? Four step. I written four steps. I written the minimum date, maximum date, minimum year, then maximum year.
Next.
Four. Any questions? No, right?
No, I'm good.
Very good. Okay. Now, from this, I want to calculate another two parameter, which is the minimum date, not minimum date sales, minimum date. and maximum date. Why? I'm saying. Suppose what is my minimum date sales here? Let's see. Let me explain that. The minimum date is 21 2013 right now. Okay. So minimum date sales is 20/01 2013. Right? And maximum is what? Let me check. Maximum
20,
date sales is,
11,
yeah.
12.
So
Mhm.
11 12 2013. This is the correct one. But when I'm taking, if you see this date table now, we are taking a continuous range, right? We are starting at 1/1/2013 and it is
Mhm.
going till 31st December 2013 for whole year, right? We are not considering, suppose my sales happened on start at 28, that is fine. But my dates would be start from 01/01/2013 on. The first order happened on 28th. That's fine. But my date table, when I'm calculating, it should consider the complete range total. Whether on that day sales happen, not happen, doesn't matter. So if I'm considering 2013, it should consider from Jan to complete December. That should be my whole range of the date, right? This
Mhm.
makes sense to you? Correct, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So for that only, we will create, let's go to the advanced editor, and we need to create another two columns, that is called the minimum date and the maximum date. This is not sales, it is minimum date and maximum date, which is start at 01/01 irrespective of the year and December 31st December irrespective of the year. Okay, so that you need to create. So what I will write here, minimum date here. So here I have a date conversion here, which is there. Okay, so I will put, just see the how I'm writing. Put a hash symbol first, date. And to write date in a small letter. Okay, so in the date I will take three parameters here. The first parameter is the year, second parameter is the month, and third parameter is your date. Okay, so the year I will take my minimum year, whatever is there, and my month and date, I know that it should always start at 0 and end at 1 also, right? Any questions here? Just let me know in this step. Just go through the 5 steps. Any questions? This is visible, right? This code, because I don't have a zoom option here actually. I can't zoom it.
Yes, it's visible.
Yeah. So this step is clear. The last step, this part. Why I am doing this?
Hashtag date
What
minimum.
is the second parameter? The date
Month,
only. Month. Okay.
month and date.
Okay, year, month, and date. Okay.
Mhm.
So think once, okay? So here take output. So my minimum date is right now 21 2013. My maximum date is 11/12 December 2013. Okay. So based on that, the minimum year is 2013 and maximum year is 2013. Correct? Now what I'm
Mhm.
doing, the minimum date, I'm taking 2013, comma 01/01. That is my minimum date I'm calculating. So suppose tomorrow, let's take your minimum dates, let's say the correct this much only. Your maximum date changes to 2018. Okay. Then what will happen? Your minimum year will be how much? 2013. Your maximum year will be
18.
2018, right? Now
Yes.
on the minimum date, now my range would be, minimum date would be minimum year. What is the minimum year? 2013
Okay.
01/01 from the January till 2018 December 31st. That is your range, right? That
Mm.
makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
How did
Yes
you
Good.
or
find
no?
the minimum date and maximum date?
Which one? Which minimum date?
And the minimum date and maximum date, right? in the notepad. How did you find that dates?
No, I just write it.
Just for example.
Just for example, I'm writing here.
Okay. So because I checked with the table, sales table itself have the minimum date as 28th January
Right.
2013.
That are you means my screen is visible? That's already we explained, right?
Yeah,
This is
but
this.
uh, but we cannot go and search the minimum date in all the files, right? All the time we cannot find that date. So I wanted to know how you found that minimum date.
Where in Notepad?
No, in the Power BI itself, how did you find that minimum data? This is only for example, or we have to start with the minimum data? Perfect.
Like
This
with the
this. No, I'm not getting the question actually, Vali, for you. Just
actually,
hold on.
if you want to know the
No, hold on, hold
minimum
on.
date, there is one. There is
No, what is
first.
your question? Sorry, guys.
My
Sorry.
question,
Hold on. Bali, what
Mhm.
is?
yeah, my question is, this minimum date you have written is example date, or it is a perfect minimum date from the table?
Which this one? This
No,
one?
that not the formula you used. In the notepad, you have
Uh,
shown some example minimum date, right? So this is the minimum date from the table, or it is the example table minimum date.
I'm just taking an example here.
Okay.
So right now, this is the data. You have minimum date sales is this much, and maximum date is this much. So
Yeah,
based
it is.
on that, if you calculate, what will be the minimum date finally for you? Can you tell
Yeah,
me?
this is the minimum date and maximum date as per the table data, right?
Right, right.
Yeah. So we cannot find the minimum date and maximum date in whatever tables we have, right? So that is difficult to find out, right?
No, no. Why it is difficult?
So for Power BI itself, we have to find the minimum date and maximum date before we start this formula writing and all.
Okay. Again, I think you somewhere disconnected value. So what exactly we are doing here on the date table? Could you please confirm?
No, you are having this date only for writing the formula, right?
No, no, I'm
Mm.
saying again my question would be because you I think this connection I'm very frankly saying. Now why you are doing all these things? Why you are writing all these things?
To make
What is the
this
point of
dynamic.
writing? Okay, previously that what was doing we are
We have a day table that is static only for the year
2013.
2013. Yeah.
Right, right. So to make it this dynamic and why you are creating a date table? Because we have already the order date, ship date in the sales, right? And why you are
Yeah.
creating a separate date table? Because we need a continuous range of dates. It should
Okay.
irrespective of the sales.
Mm-hmm.
Whether on that my first day on the sales is happened on 28th January. So it doesn't mean that I will skip 27 days when I'm creating the date table. So it should always start from 1st of January only. So that
Okay.
continuous range, if you want to create it, and with that we created static way. Now I'm
Mm-hmm.
taking the reference of all the column from my sales table and I'm building that table itself with dynamic way. Now for that, I have first calculated what is the minimum date on my sales table, current. Then I calculated the maximum date sales current on the sales table. Based on that, I calculate the minimum year and the maximum year from the sales table, right? And these are the two dates right now we have. These are the
Okay.
minimum dates in the sales table. And based on that, I'm trying to create the continuous date range. That makes sense now.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So I just have a question. Do you guys practicing along with me parallelly
Yeah, we do.
when I'm writing? Don't do.
No, sir.
Don't do.
Not parallelly.
No, sir.
No,
Yeah, parallel you are not doing, right?
No,
not
sir.
doing. No. Yeah.
Okay. So now what I was giving an example here is that the minimum date, which is irrespective of your minimum date sales. Don't confuse that. What is minimum date sales and what is minimum date? So minimum date sales means when your sales happen. What is the minimum date? What I'm calculating is that what is the minimum date, because if my sales happened on, in this case the sales happened on 28 January 2013, that's fine, sales happened. But when I'm considering the date table, I should not, I should consider from the first of that month only, first of January only. I can't skip that 27 days, because when I'm, why I'm not skipping, because when I'm after that, after this model got created, right, when I need to compare, suppose year over year calculation, month over month calculation, or any kind of date calculation I want to do, then I should have a continuous dates. I can't skip the 27 days in between on the first order. So that's what I'm saying. Whenever you are calculating the minimum date, it should be start at January 1st. That is fixed. But the year could be different. Year could be, that will come from your sales table. Right? Suppose in the sales table the minimum year is 2013, then it will be January 1st 2013. Suppose in the minimum year is 2012, then your first date would be January 1st 2012, right? And end date would be, always it will be 31st December, but the year will be changed. Suppose your, right now the year is, maximum year is 2013 in the sales table. Suppose let's take tomorrow any data got loaded up and the year got changed and the maximum date sales is there is just 2018 till 2018. Then your last date would be 31st December 2018, that year. So that would be your continuous range of dates. Any questions here or how? Clear or no?
Yeah, clear.
Okay. Now once you click the minimum date here, now after that I want to calculate the maximum date here. Okay. So the maximum date will be again my date. I will take the maximum year here in this case. Then I will take 12 as a month and 31st as a date. So this is my, right. Let's check it now again. So this is my sales happened on this day. This is the first day of the sales. Okay. And this is the maximum day. I can say the last day of sales as per the current. Right. And from that, this is my minimum year and this is my maximum year. Okay. Now from that, I have calculated the minimum date and maximum date. See, now it is started at 1/1/2013 and end at 31st December 2013. Complete. This is make sense now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now one part is only left. So now this part, whatever you written, right, this part, can we replace with any variable which you created? Just see and tell me. I've highlighted one part which is
Hmm.
we hard coded while creating. Anything we can replace this now?
Mandate.
Minimum year.
Huh?
Minimum year.
Minimum. Why minimum year? Just see this. What is there? Year,
Min date.
month, and date. Everything is there. Right?
Yeah, min
Mandate.
Min date. Yes. So we can replace with the min date, right? So I'll
also.
replace now. So this part. This I'll replace with my min date. Okay. Okay. I will do it after that. But before to that, I want to calculate this also. The 365
Mhm.
days. So this is the duration, right? So these two part this part I already calculated. It's fine. I will replace it after that. And thus just need to calculate the 365, the durations. That is the difference between your maximum date and the minimum date, right? So what we will say? We will say duration. So there is a function called duration dot days. Sorry, spelling is wrong. Duration dot my days. Okay. So it will take two parameters. First, I will take my maximum date
Okay, and minimum date.
and my minimum date. Okay. Now let's see how much duration I'm getting here. So let's done it. Again, I'm repeating. This is my first day of the sales. This is my last day of the sales. This is the minimum year right now. This is the maximum year right now. This is my minimum date, continuous 1 1. This is my maximum. When I go to the duration, it will, what happen? Duration that is, let me check what happened.
Exports one detail.
Just give me a second. The duration dot is duration equals to, what happened? No, what is the error we are getting? Two argument were passed which express one. Oh, sorry. It will be maximum date minus, right? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, sorry.
difference.
Okay, now the duration would be, it is coming 364 because when we are doing a minus of the date, no, the start range and the end range always it will not consider. Like whichever is the starting date and whichever is the ending date, no, it will not consider that one when you are doing a minus. So that time what you need to do, just do a plus one there. Whenever you are, sorry, whenever doing a minus of any date formula, right? That is the case always. So you just need to plus one here, so that we will get the actual range. Okay. Now if you see, click on the duration, you will get the 365 exactly. Okay. Now I think we are ready to click on that advanced editor. So before to that, suppose right now the source is referring to my query one, which is nothing but this, right? So let's try to delete this query one. It will not allow because this query one is being used inside the date table right now. So we can't delete it because this is the steps. What is query one exactly? The query was nothing but this is the formula, right? List dot dates. That's it only. Nothing else, right? Query one is nothing but list dot dates. So let's first of all do that. Copy this and go to my date table, advanced editor. And instead of the query one, write that one only. The query one is nothing but my list dot dates only. First part is replaced, right? Second part, this part. Okay. Now I will remove this and I will replace with my minimum date, which I calculated, right? And this 365, I will replace with
Duration.
my duration. Then this part is not required because this is anyway, we are moving the step size as one only, 1 day only we have to remove, right? So this is 1 day, 0 hour, 0 minute, and 0 second. This is fine. Now, if I run this now, this makes your date table completely dynamic. So any changes happen to the sales doesn't matter. Automatically, your date table will be getting refreshed. Right? This makes sense.
Hmm.
Any doubt on this part? Just let me done here. Now, if I go to the date table, the data will be same, but now any changes or any data got updated in the sales table, automatically the date table also will get refreshed, right? Now I can delete my query because I'm not using anywhere, so I just delete this. Now it will allow me to delete because I'm nowhere I'm using this one. I can delete it. Now this is my concrete date table. Okay, so let me ping you this code and just see that and let me know any steps you are not following up. Let me know now itself. Just see that and let me know. Okay, just pasting this code. Any steps you are not able to understand, first four steps, let me know. I'll explain one more time because this is very important.
So, sir, suppose due date is 28th January and shipping is after that.
Then you need to take the SIP date. You need to see that data first of all. In the
Oh,
sales
we need
table,
to see the data.
I will to you need to understand the data, right?
Hmm.
Yes.
But it can be happen with any item. Like if there is number of
Ah,
records,
hmm.
then like we need to check
So
single
you
single
can
item.
no, you can just go to the sales table and then put here. You can see
Oh,
that, right? What is the
uh,
year you have? Just put a filter. What is the year we have here? You can get it right from
uh,
here. You can see that okay. What is the last date I have on a SIP? So something you can just before doing that only this all you need to analyze, right?
mm, mm,
Then
okay.
only you can do it. It's not blind.
Mm, okay.
Any questions, guys? Any questions on this? You're good?
Hi, Samir. Hi, Samir. Can you just
Yeah.
explain that while calculating the max date sales, you use the due date
Mhm.
as the from the sales
Why?
table, right?
Why I took that one, right?
Yeah. Can you
That
just
you are asking? Okay. Okay. Because let's take you done a order. Let's take you are working in a company and you did a order on let's take on 29th of December 2022. Okay. If I take max of that, right? And based on because finally from the maximum date we are calculating the year also, right? From that finally in the next steps.
Yeah.
So on that one, what will happen? My maximum year will be stop at 2022 only. But I have a couple of data which is beyond that also, which is the due. So if I consider this, no, I will get the maximum as a 2023. So that will be my continuous. That's why I took the due date here. Because due date can have the maximum date from the order date also. Because once you order, maybe after 3-4 days only the due date will be there, right? Or the SIP date, whatever.
Yeah.
That's why only that is the only reason I took the due date here.
So to calculate the max year, we
Max,
can use
max,
it.
yeah, yeah, correct. If I took this year, this no, the maximum year will stop at 2022 only. But that time, suppose one comparison come on Power BI, that's saying that compare the 2023 sales with 2022. So in your date table, you don't have data for 2023, but actually there is data as part of the SIP date. Correct?
Yeah.
Make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Any other questions? Or you're good? I have given the code. You can directly paste it and nothing need to write there. But make sure that you understand the steps what I'm using and what are the functions I have used. I have how many lines of code I did? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Only 7 lines. Okay. But make sure that you are able to understand why I'm doing it. What is the purpose behind that? That you are clear, everybody?
Yes, sir. And sir, in the last source thing, uh,
Hmm.
we were using query. Before that, we created query. Now directly.
Query. Correct. Query one is nothing but this function only. List dot dates. So that I
So now
replaced with the function
directly,
only. Yeah.
okay, directly creating table here with
Correct.
this.
Correct.
Acha.
Okay. All right. So just do it. Try it out after the class also. Again. Now on the another next. task we will do here is that we want to impose some holiday information. Okay, this is very interesting. So on the date table, I want to say that on whatever the dates I have, no, I just want to say that which are part of the holidays. Hmm? So right now, I don't have any holiday table here. Right? I don't have any my model. I don't know after this January 1st. I know that this is a New Year day. But apart from that, what kind of data? This is the data. It's like this data is called a Brazilian data. This is a Brazil sales. Actually, this is data which I given to you. Okay. So I need to consider the holiday from the Brazil. What are the dates I have? If the data is from the India, then I will consider the Indian holidays. Okay. Now don't overload this one. So you can say that how I will get it. It's in real time. Suppose you are working on, then they will have a holiday list also, which data you are working on, because you will not get otherwise how you will get the information. But this is the demo piece you are working on. So we need to consider that how we can import your for the 2013 what are the holidays I have in the Brazil. So that I want to get it here. Okay. So for that I will show you another very good important feature of the Power BI, yet powerful. So we will import from the web, from the internet itself. We will import the data, and we will do some scrapping, web scraping. Okay, so do some transformation. So I have one website. If you go here, this is the holidays and observation of 2013 Brazil. So I'm just pasting this URL. We can refer to this URL for the holidays also. Okay, I will do that. So this is my URL from where I will extract my holiday. Okay, everybody, you are mute. You are both. I think none of them are sleeping, right? Hello.
No, no, sir. No, actually, no,
Mhm.
sir. Yeah,
Okay. What
actually,
about
this is the
others?
background music. So,
Oh, okay. Hello, Bali, Shailaja, Rajni. You guys are there, right?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Following me?
it's
Yes, miss.
You are following, right? Okay. Good. So what I will do, I just given the URL. Now I will go to the Power BI. Now I will create a web connection now. So instead of new source, last time we create the Excel, right? So there is a
Hmm.
web connection also there. Now click on the web and paste that URL, whatever I have given. So just like this. Okay. Then now click on OK. It will take some time because it is getting the data from the directly from the internet. It will be little slightly slow. It's my system. Yes. Okay. Now on the first, right, there will be a table. So this is called the holidays and observation in Brazil. This is the table, the underlying table, which you are seeing this. This table. This table is this one. Select this table. Anyway, so much junks are there.
oh,
Anyway, you need to do the transformation. Just click on the OK first and load the data first. Okay. Now here, the first thing first. Okay. I need to somehow what I need to do. And to remove some nulls, right? How will remove the nulls here? So many things are there here. Just think this is a another case study for you. This is very messy. Okay. And you need to make it something like that. It should be meaningful, right? So somebody comes to that, you should get some information. What you will do here?
so there is one way is that in there is one drop down In the column name, if we click on that, it
Yeah.
says remove empty rows. So it
Okay,
will
right.
count
That one
empty.
only. Correct. That one will do. But from which column?
So it should apply to everywhere. Is that
No, from the
from date?
date. From the date only.
Yeah, yeah, from date.
From the date only, we will remove it because null dates are not at all required for me. Some null records are there. So I'll just click on the date and I will remove the empty here. Okay.
Mm,
Now, once you've done this, there will be another problem will happen. Okay, let's see. Now what happened here? I removed it. Okay.
mm.
Now see the date now on the this table. What is the date we are getting?
2020.
Can you 1 1
2020.
2020.
2023? But what we are asking? We are asking Brazil 2013, right? We are extracting the holidays for 2013, not for
Mm.
2023. Then what happened? How I can, or why it took the 2023 for me? Any idea
It's
what why
taking
it's done that?
it's taking current year
Yes.
from somewhere.
How? Somewhere it is taking the current year, but why? That's the question.
Max.
So just go to the previous steps. So
It's
this is the steps
selected.
this step we
Filter.
filter the from the date we remove the remove empty. So just go to the previous step. In the previous step also it is 1/1/2023. So
Mm.
previous to this, here it is good. If you see what happened. Now this is up to this step, first, second, third. Till third step, I'm getting 1st Jan, 8 Feb, 9 Feb, 10 Feb, 11 Feb. All these things are there, right? But when after that it is applying a steps which is automatically getting applied, that is called the change type. So the when the change type is happening, what happens? Suddenly it is taking the current year. Why? Because the data which you extracted from the web, right? That don't have any year there. It is just showing that 1st Jan, 2 Feb, 8 Feb, all these things. There is no year. So when the
Hmm.
change type is happening, the year, it is automatically taking the current year itself. So that's why when the second step is applied here, it is automatically taking that current year only. But this is a problem, right? So we don't want this behavior to happen. Now the challenge is here is that from this step, I want to put some 2013 only. I should not get 2023. Something I need to do it. Okay. So these steps will not require. So before to that, I just delete this. Even this change type also I need to do because this is making a problem to me. Correct? Correct or not? Yes or no?
Mm. Mm. So,
Yeah.
So just delete that. So now this is the data I have. Now the thing is, I can remove a null first. I'll just remove the nulls here from the date itself first. Let me remove the empty. Now whatever the data I got it, I want to put 2013, something like that. On the last, I want to put 2013. 1 Jan 2013, 8 Feb 2013, 10 Feb 2013. So everywhere I want to put 2013 on. How we will do it? Any
okay.
idea?
Above function, if we write something on above function,
Which function? Sorry.
should we write on this function a table dot selection rows or
Oh, here? No, no. Here it is not. This is just removing the nulls only. So
sure.
wherever there is there was just some nulls are there, right? On the date. I just
Hmm.
remove that first. So now we are good with the data. But now I need to impose some 2013. And this is I'm saying this is an interview question. Okay, in Power BI. So they will. This is one of the interview question that you will face it. I don't know now they are asking or not, but this is one of the question it was there previously.
It's not in
So they want to say that I want to impose on 2013 or date something on this date. Just think whatever we did as of now, part of the transformation, everything. Out of that only one I'm asking. I'm not hearing anything new. So which one we can use here? Just think for a second.
Hmm.
As of
Minimum.
now, whatever you did, there is nothing new. Whatever you did, from there only I'm asking.
So is it a minimum date, minimum year we can do that?
Where is the year, Rajni? Here, see
Uh,
this
I
month.
mean, okay, we have to mention.
Date dot here. Next.
Hashtag.
How to get the date? Oh my god.
Yeah, you got the question?
How to add
Correct.
year?
Year.
Correct. That to be 2013 only because we know that the holiday list right now for 2013 only, right? That I want
Yes.
to
Uh,
impose now.
from sales table. Okay.
Hash.
How we will
Hash.
bring it the sales data here? Is it possible to bring that?
Sir, merge queries.
Hmm.
Merge queries on which, because this is date, this is not a date right now, this string. Once you have the year, then I can make this column as a date, right? And in the
Um,
sales, I have the dates,
it,
which we
okay.
can't, it's not possible. String to date, right? Merge queries is not possible. Both are have the different data types.
And okay. And if we change the data type, I don't know, but if we change the
Now,
data type and we use the format, then what will it give?
no, no. If you change the data type, then it will take you 1st Jan 2023, the current year. That we saw that already.
Hmm.
Okay. So
No.
what you need to do, click on the add column, selecting the date,
Mhm.
this option. Can you do that now? I explained you the column from example in one of the state column, you remember?
Hmm.
When you extracting the customer table, the state
Yeah.
code. That time I explained you that how the custom column from example works. Right? I will give
Yeah,
some value and then
yeah,
automatically it will
since,
come for other rows, right? Remember
yes.
that point?
Yeah. Yes, yes.
Now the same thing we will do for the date. Click on the column from example, and on this column I will write
Okay.
1st Jan
Hmm.
2013. Okay. Now
Yeah.
if I enter this will be okay. So this is the trick. Okay. Now let's click on the OK here. Now we have the data for 1st of Jan 2013. Now this I can make it as a date now. Okay.
Hmm.
I will not use that one. I will use this one. Now I'll make this as a date.
So when we
This is
have that, we
perfect
can
now.
remove that, right?
Sorry, coming.
When we have original date, we can remove that one.
Yeah, we'll remove it now. Yes, correct. And after that, I want only the holiday types, right? I'm considering, let's minimum consider. So I will consider only the national holiday only. Don't take the observance here because that is some data will be wrong here. So take only the type equals to the national holiday only. Okay? Only the type equals to the national holiday. Okay. Now I can delete some column here. So I required, what are the column I required? I required this. and I require this. So the date of the holiday and the holiday names. These two column only I need. Other I don't require. So there is two options. First option is I want to remove. Which are the column I want to remove? I will select it. So I will select this, and right click and remove columns. I can do that. Or
Mm.
whichever
Or we,
is required for me, this
We
one
can keep it.
and this one which is required, right click and remove other columns. That
Mm.
option also you can do it. Either way. So I
Oh,
will click on the remove the other columns here. So whichever is selected, that will keep it. So this I kept it. Okay. Now this I will change it to holiday date, and this is my
name of the.
holiday name. Right. Then and I change the table name also. I'll say holidays. Now this is done. Holiday table we created somehow. Okay. Now the thing is, this holiday information I want to bring it to the date. What does it mean? So whenever the date is, you have a date, right? Suppose 1/1/2013. So there should be a column here saying that the holiday name here. So first was January to the New Year's Day. Then any other on the other dates. Suppose 12 December 2013. For that there will be Carnival Tuesday, something like that. In the date table it should come, neither in the holiday table. Right? So this should table will be there, but it should be merged with the date table so that I can bring the holiday information to the dates, right? And this will I'll
mm.
make the like the same other way, the enable to disable load for the holidays. So what I'll do on the dates, I will click on the home and the merge queries now.
Which is
Okay, and I will
mm.
take my holiday tables
It is.
based on the date, based on my holiday date. Left outer only. So whichever date I have in the holiday table, for that only I will bring the holiday name, and rest of the dates will be none. That is my left join only, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's do that. Right? And finally we will extract here. And what I need? Only I need the holiday name only, because date is already there on the my date table. If you click on the
Mm.
holiday name here, so if you see for the 1st of January 2013, we got the new Day, and just go there and check at the in see when it is come, this is coming. Other is null because there is no data on my holiday table for those both those dates. Right? Make sense? This is
Yes.
okay. Now this table I will disable the load because it is I don't want to load this holiday table as a separate table, right? Because already I pass on the information to the holidays, correct? So I'll
Yes.
disable the load. Now I think we are almost done with the model, whatever you are expecting here. The only thing left here is that just this is a home task for you. You can try it out. We got the holiday name. Okay, I just want to calculate one more column here that is called the working day. Okay, I want to say
Mm.
that which are the working day for me. So the condition will be write down the question. Working day would be
Just a minute, sir.
if uh, if the day name is Saturday, Saturday or Sunday. If it is Saturday or Sunday, then it's a not working day because anyway it is comes under the weekend, right? And one more condition you have to put that when this holiday columns, right? If there is a holiday also, that is also not working day, right? If the holiday is there, holiday column available in the holiday, if there is an entry, then that is also a not working. So the condition would be three. First is the day Saturday, day Sunday. This is two condition. Third condition is if there is an entry on the holiday name also. That is not working day. Otherwise, it's a working day, right?
Hmm.
Got the question?
Yes, sir. So,
Things. No, this is a home task. We can try. You can try later. It's fine.
So for Saturday, Sunday, it should come holiday. I mean weekends, right?
Yeah, no, the combination would be Saturday, Sunday, and holiday. If this all three conditions satisfy, then it is a not working day for me. If I'm and other than that, it is a working day. Got it?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Then I am done for the today. This is your model. Slowly we are building, and please do try it out up to here. Make sure you complete it before coming to the class tomorrow. At least this. Okay? Because you already have the file, and after some time I'll put the recording also so that you can do that. Just let me take just load this data and I'll save it. And we are done for today. I given the dates that code also to you, that which you have
yes, sir.
written,
Hmm.
and that URL also to bring up the holiday also. That also I given, right?
Yes, sir.
Then I think we're good then. Let me stop the recording. Nothing is there. I just save the file after this. Nothing else I'll do.